Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on WYLN News. I'm Elizabeth Doroba. Luzerne County officials held their annual tree lighting ceremony at the Luzerne County Courthouse on Monday to kick off the holiday season. The ceremony featured several musical guests, including the County Controller 4, a barbershop quartet led by County Controller Walter Griffith. Santa Claus also made a visit, bringing the Christmas spirit to Luzerne County. Luzerne County Manager Romilda Crocamo told us that she looks forward to this event every year.
I think it gets better each year. I love being here. I love the tree lighting ceremony. The tree is absolutely gorgeous, and our operations department decorated and did a fantastic job.
Luzerne County Council Chairman John Lombardo was also at the tree lighting and told us that his favorite part was seeing the County Controller 4 perform some holiday classics.
I think that they're great, and I find it interesting that it's kind of a side of the elected officials that you don't get to see all the time. That some of them have talents that you really don't know about. So having him sing and seeing the beauty of the tree here in the courthouse, really just all of it really is really important to me, and I enjoy it a lot.
We couldn't leave the courthouse without speaking to the special guest from the North Pole who gave us a special message for the holidays.
The message of Santa is the message of love. Be kind to one another. If you're kind to one another, everything always works out.
The Luzerne County Courthouse tree lighting is held annually during the first week of December. Santa Claus flew into the Hazleton Airport this week to celebrate the start of the Christmas season. Upon arriving at the airport, Santa and Mrs. Claus were greeted by reindeer and by the newly decorated Santa bus, which the pair will be using to travel to a wide variety of Christmas events this holiday season. This week, Santa will be helping to kick off the holiday season by visiting the City of Hazleton's annual tree lighting at City Hall. The event will take place on Wednesday, December 4th, beginning at 4:30 p.m. During the event, participants will have the opportunity to enjoy performances by All That Dancin' and by singer Savannah Klingerman. New to the tree lighting event this year is a free hot chocolate bar. We spoke with Hazleton Parks and Recreation Director Allie McKittrick, who told us more about this tasty new addition.
We try to always add a little bit, something extra to the experience. So this year we have the hot chocolate bar, which is, that is sponsored by, or it's compliments of the mayor of the Hazleton's Revitalization Fund. And so he has made that free for people to come out and have hot chocolate to get all warmed up and everything. And the hot chocolate bar is, you get to add your own, like little mixtures and stuff. It's going to be fun for people.
McKittrick also told us about her inspiration to add a Christmas Carol sing-along to the event.
The sing-along is something that I experienced when I was a kid, where we used to sing together carols and things. And it just, for me, that was like just a really bonding, exciting experience as a group and as a whole to do something like that. So I'm excited about that part. I'm really, really looking forward to that.
The Mayor's City Hall tree lighting event will be followed by the annual Can Do Community Christmas program at Christ Lutheran Church, located right next to City Hall at 210 West Green Street, starting at 6 o'clock p.m. The program will feature performances from students across the greater Hazleton area. Photos with Santa will also be available inside City Hall following the program. For additional details regarding the upcoming holiday events in Hazleton, you can visit hazletonfortheholidays.com. Coming up on WYLN News, a home is destroyed in a Monday morning fire. Plus, a wide variety of holiday programming is coming to WYLN. But first, we'll take a look at our 5-day forecast brought to you by the WYLN Weather Kids. We'll be right back.
WYLN News brought to you by Lehigh Valley Health Network Express Care. Now open on the Airport Beltway in Hazel Township. Walk-in care 365 days a year for common illness and minor injuries.
weather forecast for tomorrow will be snowy.
We want your child to be our WYLN Weather Kid. Your child can be our feature weather reporter of the day on WYLN News and WYLN social media posts, just by using your smartphone or any video recording device. It's easy. All ages are welcome, from toddlers to teens. To find out how, go to the weather section of WYLNTV.com or look for our post about it on the WYLN News Facebook page. Submit your Weather Kid video today.
Your guide to everything Pocono Mountains is PTN, the Pocono Television Network. Tune in and see all the unique places to stay and things to do in the Pocono Mountains. Watch PTN on WYLN.
SJ Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Rinnai, and trained comfort specialists, call SJ Kowalski at 570-455-2600.
WYLN TV 35 is expanding and is on the hunt for a dynamic salesperson to join our vibrant team. If you've got the passion and the drive, we want to hear from you. Send your resume to the email displayed on your screen. Don't miss this great opportunity.
In preparation for the Christmas season, Antonia's Jewelry and Repair is filled with special collections for this season of joy. We offer a variety of watches, including Bulova. Fine diamond jewelry in yellow, white, and rose gold. Engagement rings that can be custom designed so it is one of a kind. Diamond anniversary bands, rings, pendants, earrings, and more. Full service jewelry and watch repairs. Stop in to see Toni. Let her help you pick the perfect gift. Antonia's Jewelry and Repair, 289 Airport Road in Hazel Township.
WYLN programming is online all the time. Visit our website at WYLNTV.com to check out archive shows and a live stream of our broadcasts. And don't forget to visit all of our social media pages for breaking news, weather, and sports. You can also head directly to our YouTube page for all our programming at youtube.com/WYLNTV35. Subscribe and ring that bell so you get notified every time there's a new show available online.
Welcome back to WYLN News. A home in Briar Creek Township has been declared a total loss following a Monday morning fire. According to officials, the fire broke out around 9 o'clock a.m. inside a home on Chickashinny Valley Road. Crews from Summerhill, Berwick, Salem Township, Orangeville, Mifflinville, and Mackinac all responded to the scene. The fire was extinguished around 11 o'clock a.m. According to officials, one man lived in the home and will be receiving assistance from the Red Cross. No injuries have been reported. Officials say the fire is believed to have originated in the front room of the home, but that the cause of the fire is still under investigation. A woman has been taken into custody after police say she attempted to steal from the Wilkes-Barre Township Target. Sarah Lewis of Vestal, New York, is facing charges after officers say she attempted to steal over $1,000 worth of merchandise. According to police, the attempted theft took place on Monday, December 2nd, around 4 o'clock p.m. During the incident, officers say Lewis was stopped by loss prevention, but fled into the parking lot where the police were waiting. Following a brief foot chase, police say Lewis was apprehended and charged with retail theft and evading arrest. WYLN is kicking off the Christmas season with a variety of holiday programming. This year, we're bringing back all your cooking favorites. You can catch Chef Lou's 2008 and 2009 Christmas specials airing at the dates and times shown on screen. Then we see what's cooking in Granny Rita's kitchen on December 13th, 16th, 18th, 21st, and 23rd. Looking for some tasty appetizers? We have you covered on Ciao Bella beginning on December 7th. Or take a look inside the kitchens of Kathy Cucci and the McDonald's as they whip up some holiday cuisine at the dates and times shown on screen. Then if you're still hungry, we get some baking tips from Jen Yamola beginning on December 7th and 8th. But that's not all. WYLN is also bringing some Hazleton holiday events into your living room, with Hazleton's Can Do Christmas on Tuesday, December 10th, and throughout the holiday season. You can also catch the Christ Lutheran Church Christmas Eve service beginning at 8 o'clock p.m. on Tuesday, December 24th, and at 10 o'clock a.m. on Wednesday, December 25th. Looking for some holiday cheer? WYLN will be broadcasting a variety of holiday concerts, including the Sounds of the Season, featuring the Hazleton Philharmonic Orchestra. You can catch them on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day at the times shown on screen. Then we take a stroll down memory lane with a 1997 holiday performance by the Hazleton Area High School Band on Hometown Holiday. Or you can put on your dancing shoes and join us for a Polka Connection Christmas on December 7th and 11th. When you're done dancing, you can also join us for an exclusive interview with entertainer and piano man Tommy Zito on the Your Life Holiday Special. Or you can learn about the history of St. Nicholas on From Saint to Santa Claus, which will air on December 9th and 11th. You can also join us as we take a deep dive into Jewish holiday traditions with Rabbi Bogage and learn about the significance of Hanukkah on December 10th. Then Santa visits the studio for an exclusive interview on December 9th, 13th, 17th, and 24th. Last but not least, we invite you to explore the biblical Christmas story with the story of the first Noel airing on December 12th. For a full listing of our holiday programming, you can visit the WYLN News Facebook page for all the details. Coming up on Mountaintop's News Choice, Chris Fulmer leads us down the path through history with Benton, Part 2. Plus we get some tips for driving in the snow on this week's Trooper Talk Tuesday. And stay right here on WYLN. We'll be right back.
Penn State Hazleton is improving the lives of others, starting in our community.
Providing degrees that meet the needs of the area.
Fueling entrepreneurship and contributing more than $36 million annually to the state's economy.
Researching the health of our local ecosystem on the Susquehanna River.
Together, our impact keeps growing, backed by the strength of 24 campuses and 700,000 alumni.
Your guide to everything Pocono Mountains is PTN, the Pocono Television Network. Watch PTN on WYLN.
FNL Doors, your trusted overhead door supplier for over 50 years, providing quality products and services to Eastern PA and beyond with 2 strategic locations. They carry garage doors from leading manufacturers in the industry like Rayner. They guarantee parts and service for your home or business, from new construction to replacement doors, inspections, and service calls. FNL Doors stands behind every job, taking pride in the work they do. Call 800-344-DOOR or visit FNL Doors online at fldoors.com or visit their showrooms in Hazel Township or Schuylkill Haven. Attention WYLN viewers, WYLN TV can now be seen on the Hazleton Service Electric Cablevision HD tier, channel 507, and over the air at 35.1. WYLN, we're your local network.
Cooking rice just isn't nice. Hi, Chef Daniel Green here with Rice Robot, the 1, 2, 3 rice cooker. Watch, 1 add the white cup for rice, 2 add the blue cup for water, 3 click it and let Rice Robot perfectly cook it. The secret is Perfect Cook technology that surrounds the rice with controlled heat for even cooking. Then Rice Robot senses when it's done, auto stops and keeps it warm to serve. It won't burn, overcook or undercook, guaranteed. And rice is just the beginning. Make mac and cheese, frittatas, oatmeals, soups and stews, even ramen dishes. And with a ceramic, ultra non-stick interior, cleanup's a breeze.
Get the complete Rice Robot cooking system with the steamer tray and 1-2-3 recipe guide, all for just $39.99. It comes with a 90-day money-back guarantee. We'll even ship your entire order free. Order now.
1-800-640-8545.
Do you like craft beer? Do you want to learn the right way to sample wine? How about checking out a restaurant with a unique flavor or a crazy food challenge? These are just some of the things we are featuring on Wine, Hops, and Road Stops. So, spend some time learning about great wine, great beer, and great food on WYLN TV 35. A Path Through History is sponsored by the Old Jail Museum, 128 West Broad Street in Jim Thorpe. Call 570-325-5259 or visit them online at theoldjailmuseum.com.
Following the Civil War, Benton remained much the small town it had been before the conflict. Signs of the Industrial Revolution started appearing in the area, however. Newton Harrington, upon returning from the conflict, would build an iron foundry in Benton. Its primary products in those days were sled shoes, which came in handy for transporting the logs produced from the area's timber industry. Lathes, plows, and griddles would also be made at the Harrington foundry, and during World War II, it made 75mm shells and stove parts for the military. After nearly 100 years of Harrington family ownership, it would be bought by Al Hall in 1958. He changed the facility's name to the Benton Foundry, and under the ownership of first he and then his sons, the factory has grown to a large iron-making business. Other businesses also took root. A planing mill opened in 1870 at what today is the junction of routes 487 and 239. It would be converted into a flour mill owned by A.W. Wilkinson and John P. Chapin, and then changed once more into a roller mill in 1889, and then a buckwheat flour mill in 1904. It burned down in 1918, but was rebuilt, and still operates today as a feed mill under the name Benton Roller Mills. At their peak in the 19th century, over 14,000 covered bridges crossed countless bodies of water throughout the United States. Today, a little over 900 still stand. Columbia County, always an epicenter for covered bridges, today has 21 spans within its border, the third most of any county in Pennsylvania behind Lancaster and Washington counties. And 3 of Columbia County's bridges can be found within a few miles of each other on Fishing Creek just west of Benton, all of them built with a Queen Post Truss design. The northernmost of these spans is the Creasyville Covered Bridge, built by T.S. Christian in 1881 for roughly $300. It was originally named the Durr Covered Bridge after nearby sawmill owner Hiram Durr and stretches 49 feet across Fishing Creek. Just below that is the Judd Christian Covered Bridge, named for a local farmer at the time of its construction in 1876. It was built by William L. Manning and has a length of 60 feet. The southernmost and longest of the Benton area's covered bridges is the Sam Ekman Covered Bridge, which was also built in 1876 by Joseph Redline for just under $500. The bridge's namesake once owned a shingle mill nearby and later founded the Millville Creamery. It has a span of 71 feet. Benton Borough once did have its own covered bridge crossing over Fishing Creek, but that span is no longer standing. As the largest community in northern Columbia County, Benton became the site of several hotels for travelers moving through the area. One of the more impressive ones was the Exchange Hotel, built by Hiram Hess in 1872 and opened to guests the following year. It would later be owned by Daniel Donovan, who remodeled it extensively by 1910. Other hotels in Benton proper include the Moses Van Campen Hotel, the McHenry House, and the Travelers Inn. North of Benton itself, a stone house would be built on the shores of Lake Genoga by brothers Elijah and Clemuel Ricketts in the early 1850s for area travelers. It would be known as Ricketts Folly for its isolated location. In 1865, 2 guests of this lodge had wandered down to Kitchen Creek to go fishing and made the breathtaking discovery of numerous impressive glens and waterfalls on the property. Elijah Ricketts' son, R. Bruce Ricketts, a former Civil War veteran, entered the scene soon afterwards. Bruce had served in the 1st Pennsylvania Light Artillery, which notably saw action at the battles of Drainesville, which was the first Union victory in the Eastern Theater, 2nd Bull Run, and Chancellorsville. Ricketts was the commanding officer of Company F from fall 1862 to summer 1864. He would have his moment of glory at Gettysburg, where his unit successfully held off an attack on Cemetery Hill by Jubal Early's Confederate troops on July 2, 1863, despite the fighting being hand-to-hand at one point. He would also see service at the battles of the Wilderness and Spotsylvania and the siege of Petersburg before the war's end. Back in civilian life, Bruce began buying up property around Lake Genoga from his father in the late 1860s. He eventually controlled 80,000 acres, including the glens and waterfalls. The younger Ricketts then opened the 3-story North Mountain House in 1873, built by lumber from a sawmill in the area he owned. Guests came to marvel at the waterfalls of the property, and Ricketts would ultimately name 22 of them for posterity and would hire men to build trails along the waterfalls, a process that would take 4 years. Ricketts also hosted the first summer school in the United States at the hotel in 1876, with Joseph Rothrock, considered the father of forestry in Pennsylvania, as one of the teachers. Bruce Ricketts still wished to make a profit in the lumbering industry, though, and repeatedly reached out to potential investors to build rail lines onto the property and start cutting trees. He would not find a taker, however, until 1890, when the Trexler and Terrell Lumber Company, led in part by prominent Allentown businessman Harry Clay Trexler, paid Ricketts $50,000 to cut his timber. The company built a town on the other side of the lake, which would be named Ricketts, connected to its rail lines, and began cutting timber. By 1911, the sawmills in the boomtown could process 125,000 board feet of lumber a day. With timbering riches now at his disposal, Ricketts closed the North Mountain House, which had been threatened repeatedly by fire in the intervening years, in 1903. Attendance had declined at the hotel in the prior years anyway, as the forests were cut down. Benton itself would be connected to the railroad starting in 1888, when the Bloomsburg and Sullivan Railroad reached the town. Although headquartered in Williamsport, the railroad's tracks were entirely in Columbia County, stretching 29 miles from just south of Bloomsburg to Jameson City in far northern Columbia County. 6 passenger trains went up and down the line each day, while freight trains would carry leather and lumber, among other items. The line opened Benton to the wider world for the still dominant Roar McHenry distillery and allowed rapid transportation of its whiskey to customers. By 1960, the line's northern terminus would move south from Jameson City to Benton, and trains that reached the new terminus would wait overnight in Benton before heading back south. After 40 years as a wholly independent line, the Bloomsburg and Sullivan would be bought out by the Reading Railroad in 1928 and operated as a subsidiary thereof afterwards. Passenger service ended in 1934, but the Reading continued carrying freight in the line until it was damaged by a flood in 1969. The tracks would be torn out a few years thereafter. During the Bloomsburg and Sullivan's heyday, however, Benton would also become a place of recreation during this time for railroad travelers with the opening of Hess's Grove near the tracks in 1889. Its name would soon be changed to Grassmere Park and had an official stop in the Bloomsburg and Sullivan's line. Guests that disembarked at Grassmere Park had numerous picnic groves to enjoy, as well as cool water springs, a baseball diamond, swings, concession stands, and a dance hall to enjoy. They could take boats out on Grassmere's Lake or ride a carousel that was eventually installed. The annual Columbia County's Farmers Picnic was frequently held at the park in its early years, and local organizations would also have get-togethers there, including the Jerseytown 4-H Club and local Boy Scout troops. While the tracks of the Bloomsburg and Sullivan no longer stand nearby, Grassmere Park today lives on as a campground.
And you will love the feel-good feeling you get when you shop at Grand Central in Nescopeck and Hazleton. You will enjoy a no-pressure professional sales staff, experienced delivery crew, service after the sale,
and don't forget, everyday low prices.
No matter what you're shopping for in your home, we have you covered with top brand names like Flex Steel, Lazy Boy, England, and Dillon Custom Rugs.
With our enormous selection and the flexibility to finance interest-free for up to 60 months, Grand Central makes it easy to make your house a home.
Contact Pete Casalica for a home and auto quote today.
In preparation for the Christmas season, Antonia's Jewelry and Repair is filled with special collections for this season of joy. We offer a variety of watches, including Bulova. Fine diamond jewelry in yellow, white, and rose gold. Engagement rings that can be custom designed so it is one of a kind. Diamond anniversary bands, rings, pendants, earrings, and more. Full service jewelry and watch repairs. Stop in to see Tony. Let her help you pick the perfect gift. Antonia's Jewelry and Repair, 289 Airport Road in Hazel Township.
Like and follow Wyln News on Facebook for the Wyln News Midday Update. When it's serious, there's only one health network with seriously innovative health institutes. Lehigh Valley Health Network, your health deserves a partner. Come shoot at Whitetail Preserve 118 Boulevard Road in Bloomsburg. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicap accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 or 570-790-8969.
This week on Let's Talk Chiropractic, Lanice was in a car accident about 7 months ago. 5 months of care in Philadelphia was not helping her. A co-worker said, "Try us out." She's not there yet, but she is improving. Come listen to her story.
Hello everybody, welcome back to another segment of Trooper Talk Tuesday. I'm Trooper Anthony Petrosky, Trooper and Public Information Officer. Now as you can see, we're outside, it is December, and there is a lot of white stuff on the ground. Yes, the snow has arrived. So today's segment is about safety tips in the snow. Number one, plan ahead. If we know the winter weather is coming and you have to be out on the road, I said have to be, right? Because if you don't go out and travel. But if you have to go to work, you have to go somewhere, plan ahead. Make sure your vehicle's well prepared. Make sure your tires are in good condition. Make sure you have enough windshield washer fluid. Make sure your windshield wipers are working good. Make sure your headlights and taillights are all illuminated. That's before you even hit the road. Next, like I said, plan ahead, know your route. Know that if you're gonna be on a back road and it's not really taken care of that great, you might wanna find an alternate route. You can always go on PA511.com for up-to-date weather and road conditions. You can even look at cameras that will show specific roads, including all major interstates here in Pennsylvania. Really great tool. So you wanna plan ahead. Make sure you have an emergency kit in your vehicle. So some water, maybe a little bit of food, medications, if you have medication that you're allowed to operate a motor vehicle with, a blanket, and a cell phone charger. Now, this is an extreme, I understand that, but in the rare occasion that we get a major snowstorm and the interstate gets shut down and you're stranded out there for a few hours until it gets open, you're gonna be glad that you planned ahead and you have this emergency kit. Have it, hope you never use it, but have it just in case. Like I said, know your roads, know your route. If you have to leave earlier, if you don't have to go anywhere, don't go out there. We see roads, they get really bad really quick, and people are out driving around when they have no reason to be. Stay home, stay safe, always buckle up when you're driving, and anytime you have to go out in this kind of conditions, make sure you stay safe, go slow, and get where you're going safe. I'll see you all here next time on Trooper Talk Tuesday.
You're watching WYLN TV 35.